I think one thing that a lot of people can agree on to dislike is the rise of the wannabe gangsters. You know, the people that try to act like they're all hard and hood and they're from the streets, when in reality, they went to a private school. They haven't been through any struggle. And it's especially harder for me because I come from an area where we have a lot of those people because we live in a really rich town and we get a lot of people that seem to think that they're from the hood. You know, people that are coming in, you know, wearing the typical baggy jeans and, you know, telling people they're gonna shoot people, fighting people. Like, hey man, get off my fucking block. Like, okay, Michael, you went to a preparatory school. That gun is licensed. We're not fucking scared of you. Now, I used to believe that it was only us. It was only Gen Z and millennials, like fringe millennials, that participated in the fake wannabe gangster. Like, we've been through some shit and we're gonna tell everyone about it and we're gonna act like we're hard, we're built. Like, we were built out of stone and steel and forged through fire. I thought that was only us, until I met Gen X. I don't know if anyone else has seen these Gen X Rise videos, but it's starting to get a little bit out of hand, guys. If you guys don't know who what Generation X is, because it sounds like a title of a new Power Rangers movie, you know that Gen X is actually one of the few generations that is behind millennials, but after the baby boomers. Basically what that means is they're old as fuck. They're unks. They're meemaws, peepaws. They witnessed 9/11 when they were 20 years old. Shit's crazy, right? I don't want to be the person that is trying to deny these people from saying that they've been through some shit. But I'm just gonna be honest with you. They have not been through some shit. Like, they are the original wannabe gangster. They were the ones that were wearing the bandanas and walking out with, you know, baggy jeans and pretending like they were gonna shank people when they weren't. Now, normally, I wouldn't even be making a video about old people because, I mean, they're old, right? Like, we just gotta let them do their old people shit, right? Like, one thing I love about old people on the internet is that they literally don't know how the fuck it works, yet they're still on it. Most old people, they're just fucking around with the phone, not knowing how all the filters and effects work, and they're just posting some random shit like this.
What the fuck? How you work this shit?
And I love it. I absolutely love it, because who doesn't just love seeing old people enjoy what the younger people are doing? I think it's cute and I think it's awesome. But the problem with Gen X is that they're old. They're way too old to know how technology works, but they think that they're young enough to realize how this social media bullshit works when they don't. Anyone that hasn't been on TikTok or Instagram, you haven't seen any of these videos. It's basically a bunch of these old heads that are trying to claim that Gen Z is soft and that Gen Z doesn't know shit and that we're a bunch of snowflakes. And it makes no sense. Like, why are they coming after us all of a sudden? It's like some random ass beef. Like, they just included themselves for no reason. And like, I have no issue with a generation that hates on another generation. I mean, that's gonna happen. I originally blew up by hating on Gen Alpha. I can't really be like, you shouldn't be making fun of us because we're younger. Just let us be kids. I'm not gonna say that. But like, it's also at that same point. Like, I get hating on like the next generation because they're like a couple years younger than you, right? When you are like 50, 60 years fucking old and you're getting on TikTok and Instagram hating on a bunch of 15, 16-year-olds, it's just like, all right, peepaw, you know, take your fucking medication. What are we doing here, man? And what I find so funny about this whole situation is that Gen X is like actually trying to like get in some sort of age war against us or some shit, and we just don't care. We're just making fun of them. Like they've decided to band together with this new filter thing called like Gen X Rise. It looks something like this. Like it looks something like it's like a black and red X on their face. I'll show it. I used it for the sake of this video, and it's the corniest shit I've ever seen in my entire life. They look like wannabe Native Americans. Man, like, what the fuck are you doing? They look so goofy. Guys, I genuinely think that these Gen X people think they're in a movie. They're always trying to say some shit that I've heard out of a movie. It's always like some shit like, I've heard Gen Z is starting to attack Gen X. They've awoken the beast. Like, shut your dumbass up! And I don't know why this is a thing, but one of the biggest argumentative points for this whole beef between Gen X and Gen Z is Eminem. Like, for some reason, Gen X thinks that we hate Eminem and that we're trying to cancel Eminem. Nobody's trying to cancel that motherfucker. He just makes dog shit music. What are you gonna do? Gen Z me, bro? Like, turn this bullshit off. Like, no one ever in my life has ever told me, hey, bro, turn on that new Eminem. No one's ever told me that shit. We don't want to cancel, bro. He's like 67. We don't give a fuck anymore. He was good back when you guys were 37. You guys are like 79 now. Like, it's alright. And look, I'm not trying to start any beef with any of these Gen X people. Like, they're the age of my parents. I'm not gonna argue with people that are my parents' age. That's kind of fucking weird. I just want to make the point is, like, who are y'all beefing with? Like, who are you really having issues with, man? I think you guys are the definition of, like, old man yells at clouds. Gen Z's against us. We don't fucking care. Like, these motherfuckers deadass think they're, like, Power Rangers or some shit. Gen X! It's morphing time! Like, get your dumb ass out of here! Like, what are they rising from? Back pain? Fuck out of here! Gen X rises from type 2 diabetes! Like, what the hell, man? And another thing that I hate about these Gen X motherfuckers is that they are like the original wannabe fucking gangsters. The streets killed me. Fuck, what? Like, I don't know if you've ever seen any of these videos. These motherfuckers are talking about some, well, back when we were kids, our parents didn't even know we existed. Okay, nice trauma dump, bitch. That's not my problem, fuck.
We weren't allowed in the house. I don't know why that's so hard for people to understand. Our childhood was like one never-ending episode of that TV show Survivor, okay? We are indestructible. We've never sat in car seats. Nobody's ever given us swimming lessons. We've all been either shot with a BB gun or stabbed with a fucking jart. The television stations had to make a commercial reminding our parents that they had kids. I shit you not. Every night on the 10 p.m. news, a voice would come on and say, it's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are? To remind our parents that they had fucking kids.
We had to struggle through the times. We didn't even have a bike. What? Like, the way that they try to justify that they're built different is that they just didn't have the technology. Like, okay, man, congratulations, you were born when technology didn't exist. You want a fucking cookie? Like, they say some bullshit like, I had to ride public transport instead of driving in my nice car. Oh, like, okay, bitch, like, so do we. We have buses, too. Some weird shit like that. Like, they are dead-ass the definition of, like, how my parents got to school, but, like, wannabe gangster version. Like, instead of my mom telling me that the way she got to school was she had to fucking snake charm 15 cobras and fight off 3 alligators and shit, it's just the wannabe gangster version. Like, oh, well, back in my day, you know, just to eat, just to drink coffee, I had to scavenge the lands and find coffee beans by themselves, and I had to fight 3 wild boars to achieve that. I'm like, oh, like, what the fuck, man? You did not do this shit. And even so, who fucking cares, man? That doesn't make you built different, forced through fire. And I love how they deadass talk like retired athletes when they're asked if, like, LeBron could survive the 90s eras or some shit. Like, they'll be like, wait, you think that a Gen Z kid could survive in the Gen X days? Hell no, they wouldn't even last 3 days. Yeah, oh my god, bro, the streets would eat him alive. No, they wouldn't. Fuck, like, what the fuck? What would they eat me with? AIDS? Like, come on, man. Like, what, like, come on! None of us is scared of you just because you didn't have cable. Like, I'm sorry. Like, we don't care. Like, what is next for them? That's my question, is, like, they're gonna start making videos like, fuck all these punk-ass Gen Alpha motherfuckers watching Coco Melon and shit. Like, they didn't know what it was like. Like, okay, man, chill out. What the hell? That motherfucker you're screaming at is 5 years old. Like, give him some slack. Like, I don't know how to describe it, but, like, these motherfuckers just give off the most peaked in high school type of vibes. Like, why are they so incessant on describing how life was back in the 70s and 80s? Like, okay, we don't give a shit. They always say some dumb shit like, those Gen Z motherfuckers weren't able to survive a day in 1984 high school. Oh, my back! Oh, shit! And look, guys, I don't want to attack the elderly, but, like, they started this shit, though, you know what I mean? So, like, I kind of feel like I have the right to flame them back. Like, if you want to dish it out, then I should be able to dish it out too. You should be able to take it, you know what I mean? Guys, I genuinely equate these Gen X people to, like, those Deku voice weebs. So, you know what I'm talking about? Like, these same 55, 60-year-olds that are getting online talking about some bullshit like, the snowflake Gen Zers won't be able to last a day in my turf, are like the exact same motherfuckers that go like, he's Midoriya reporting for duty. Same shit. Oi, that's about you. Shut your dumb ass up. Do you think that these people that are making these Gen X videos have children? I swear that they don't. Because I don't think, do they realize that their children are probably Gen Zers as well? Like, my mom is Gen X and I'm a Gen Z child. So imagine the Gen Z child seeing their Gen X father post some goofy Gen X Rise video just insulting, like, their kid's generation. Like, what the fuck, man? Like, how can you be the one to be like, fuck Gen Z, they're a bunch of pussy-ass snowflakes, and then have your Gen Z daughter come and she be like, Daddy, give me cheese strings. Like, what the fuck? And it makes some fucking video just... when I catch these Gen Z snowflakes, I'm gonna annihilate them. Fucking son comes down like, Dad, Wi-Fi's down again. These young whippersnappers don't even know what it's like to go through struggle. Like, okay, Peepaw, back in the wheelchair. Fuck out of here, man. Come on. If anything, I think millennials and Gen Zs knows what it's like to go through struggle, man. Like, you guys lived in a time where housing was fucking affordable. What the fuck do we have, man? We can barely afford that shit. Like, I hate how all these people are like, Gen Z, millennials don't work hard. Yeah, man, it's because we don't make the same amount as you guys did back then. You guys were able to literally have a stable household nuclear family off of one dude working. Now, if not the wife and the fucking dude is not working, y'all are fucked. Sooner or later, we might have these kids go back into child labor. Hey, bitch, go deliver some Girl Scout cookies. Come on, get that fucking moolah. We need money in this household. So I think the argument of all these Gen X people being like, oh, Gen Z and millennials are lazy as fuck and they don't know the value of hard work is completely wrong and just disingenuous because they're just hating ass dudes. And look, we're hating ass dudes too, but you don't see us starting beefs with other generations. That's all I'm saying. Actually, I take that shit back. We do have beef with millennials, but that's because they're cringe. Why did your cringy ass generation decide to show up like you were part of this fucking beef? Oh, what the dog doing? Get your ass out of here. What the fuck? You're not involved in this shit. Stay out of it, man. Go pick on the baby boomers or some shit, dude. Or not, actually. They're like old as shit. They're about to die. I actually wouldn't do that. Maybe just shut the fuck up. I don't know. But anyways, guys, it's gonna wrap that video up. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, subscribe. Follow me on TikTok at The Angry Asian. You can follow me on Instagram at The Angry Asian 69, or join my Discord, which will be my link in my bio. If you have anything nice to say, please say it. If you don't have anything nice to say, then please also say that, because comments, yeah, that's all cool and all and dandy. I'm still not getting good at this outro stuff. But anyways, guys, hope you guys all have a nice day, night, haven't taken a shit. I don't know what you guys are doing watching this, beating your meat. I don't know, do whatever you guys want while you're watching my videos. I just hope that you all have a very nice time. See ya. Peace.